What is up, Halo Wars Legion and Legionnaires? This is Limitz bringing you guys another high-level Halo Wars 2v2 video. This game is going to be against Harrinate and DC XFACTOR, and I'm playing with BH I'm Too Legit, who is also going to be my partner for the tournament here. This is kind of a prequel to Harrinate's tournament. We're just kind of practicing stuff. We're running double Arby right now for this map, just kind of testing it, seeing how it will work. We actually don't really like double Arby a whole lot for the map, simply because one of the Arbiters is going to get a bad spawn. And what I mean by the bad spawn is if you take a look at where Too Legit is on the map and where Harrinate is on the map, Harrinate can just go temple first, throw a brute into his side hook, and be on his merry way over to Too Legit's base. And basically that doesn't leave Too Legit any time to do anything on his own with the Arby, and he's just playing at a severe disadvantage. Also, they are running Forge Brute, which is probably the best combo for this map. I think the only other combos that would be really good on Beasley's Plateau would probably be like an Anders Brute, a Arby Brute, or a Brute Brute. But once again, it's going to come down to positionings and stuff like that on the map. And this game, I'm kind of on a timer, simply because the Brute is lined up across from Too Legit. I have to do enough work with DC XFACTOR and the hooks to put myself in position to get Banshees just as quick as that Brute is going to be able to get Banshees out. And then from there, I'm going to have to be able to get over to Harrinate's base and try and do as much damage as I possibly can, just to let Too Legit back into the game so we can try and tackle the Forge together. That's kind of how double Arby works for this map, and in general, that's kind of what you want to do if you're running double Covenant, is, you know, double team somebody, lay off, and then back and forth hitting, and then double team. It's kind of a little bit of a complex situation. I think double Covenant in some situations is easier to run in 2v2, but for the most part on a little bit more complex maps with hook control and dealing with stuff like that, I think it takes a lot more experience and skill to run double Covenant, and especially if you don't have any Covenant leader such as the Arbiter that's really great at hooks, it's really a daunting task to try and win a hook control with double Arby. It's just as bad as it is in ones. It's kind of, you're playing at a disadvantage. We realize that we're playing at a disadvantage on hook maps, but playing on non-hook maps, with the exception of Repo, double Arby is actually a really good combo. With that out of the way, I would like to take the time to also mention that Smug Big Bird has started up a YouTube channel. With his YouTube channel, it's more educational. You're going to be able to get up to 40 true skill is what he's aiming at, and he's showing you builds, tips, and tricks, and pretty much show him some support. Go over to his channel. I'll leave a link in the description below. Hit a subscribe if you like his videos. And while we're on this topic, another reason why I'm showing this video is in this game I'm going to be exploiting a glitch, except I'm not going to show you guys how to do it. I'm guilty of leaving my Arbiter in this glitch mode. As you guys are probably wondering what it is, it's God mode. I have learned how to do God mode with my Arbiter, and I can do it on will, basically. So my first time I ever did it was in this game right here, which is why I'm posting this video. I talked to Smug Big Bird after this game shortly to try and learn it so I could see if I could replicate it in high-level games and whatnot, because Smug was actually thinking about showing you guys how to do this, releasing it to the public. I don't think it should be released to the public, because I think it's too easy to replicate. I went to a few custom games with Smug, and I was easily replicating it within 4 to 5 tries. Well, it's not just that. I have actually found out other ways to do the rage glitch now, and shove my Arbiter into that God mode where it doesn't cost me any money and I can micro around the map and whatnot. So you're gonna see my Arbiter go into the God mode glitch for this game, But I rewatched the video multiple times just to make sure you guys don't know how I did it. So you guys aren't going to be able to just like see how I did the glitch. It is kind of complex to an extent, but it's not really complex. But it would break the game if everybody started doing it, and that's why Smug and I have kind of come to an agreement that we're not going to show anybody how to do it, and we're just going to keep it to ourselves. So this video will show you guys how overpowered it is though, and how quickly a base will drop if you actually just target main with your rage and everything. And what it looks like, I guess, if you can tell if the person's in the glitch or not. So, and I also want to take this time, Harrinate was really upset after I did this to his base. I want to apologize. It was the first time I've ever done this. I was actually so amused by it that I left my Arbiter in the mode and kind of took advantage of the situation simply because I thought it was interesting, and I guess I don't know. But anyways, I just want to apologize to Harrinate and DC XFACTOR for using that exploit. To be fair, I think everybody in this game, though, with the exception of Harrinate, DC XFACTOR even thought the game was over. So the game was pretty much over before my Arbiter went into that mode. But you guys will see exactly what I mean when the time comes. But as you can see, we actually are already approaching that time. What happens here is I did pretty good time managing myself to get over to Harrinate's base as he gets his double summits. This is when I'm going to go in with my Arby, grunts, and port in banshees of my own. And basically, I need to stop his summits and get all the air advantage that we can so we can deal with the forge here in a bit. As you can see, DC XFACTOR finally lodged a marine over in my garrison, so it's really weird that a marine can just destroy my turret so easily. With that said, what I'm doing forces Harrinate to boost back and try and play defense. So I'm going to just sit here and I'm going to try raging some of these banshees. And basically I'm going to try to knock down all of his air numbers as I can and stay on the summits. So I'm sure you guys noticed that my Arbiter got a star on him pretty early in the game. That was actually really beneficial this game. And if you look really closely, I did manage to lodge my Arbiter into that infinite rage and positioning mode. So what I did here was I shoved him right on the main part of Harrinate's base, so that way my Arbiter would just be raging the main part of his base for free. And I'm going to be able to port in banshees while I'm doing this, queue up whatever I want on my base while I'm doing this. And this is exactly why this glitch is not going to be released ever, is because if I'm able to double pump banshees while raging a base for free and micro around the map while still raging, nonetheless rage is doing a lot of damage to that base. I know I have a lot of banshees, but my rage is also doing quite a bit. This is an unteched Arbiter. I'm just now teching him, so it kind of shows you how overpowered the Arbiter can be if this does get released. That's why it's not getting released once again. So no matter how much you beg me or Smug, we're gonna keep a tight lid on the glitch here. We're not gonna exploit it, show anybody it. We're keeping it to ourselves. So anyways, Too Legit comes raging in. He takes care of those banshees for me, and we're going to be able to finish off Harrinate's base. So with Harrinate losing his base and both Arbiters up on their feet, we're now in position to kind of double team DC XFACTOR, and that's pretty much the game. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I know you're probably mad because nobody's going to show you guys how to do God mode, but I can guarantee you guys that I won't be doing God mode in a high level game or anything like that. I won't use it to my advantage. It's just something to do, I guess, every once in a while if you're bored. But I realized that it would pretty much ruin the game, and I consider myself one of those respectable people that would not stoop to that level. I would not purposefully use God mode in a high level game to win. It's not me. It's not something I would ever do. Once again, I kind of just did it this game because I was amused by it. This has never happened ever for me. I couldn't even fathom what I was witnessing when it happened. So once again, I'm going to apologize to Harrinate and DC XFACTOR for that, but I think it's, you know, kind of a good learning curve for me to understand and catch this before it was released by Smug Big Bird, so Halo Wars wouldn't be completely ruined or anything like that. So anyways, that's going to wrap up the end of this video. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and take care, guys. See ya.
What shall I do? What now?
Local units.
I move.
All units.
Speeding up.
Come on, Plateau.
Ready to attack.
All units.
Boost engage. Point the way. Send me.
Enemy engagement.
What is needed? I'll make them fear me.
Local units.
Blocking target.
Local units.
Ready for order. No more waiting.
Enemy engagement.
Ready to fight.
All units. All units.
Banshee, here. Banshee, in the air. For the Covenant.
All units. Enemy engagement.
Let me go.
Warehouse complete.
I am chosen.
Your team is victorious.